A Course in Miracles. Review 1. Introduction. Beginning with today, we will have a series of review periods. Each of them will cover 5 of the ideas already presented, starting with the first and ending with the 50th. There will be a few short comments after each of the ideas, which you should consider in your review. In the practice periods, the exercises should be done as follows. Begin the day by reading the 5 ideas, with the comments included. Thereafter, it is not necessary to follow any particular order in considering them, though each one should be practiced at least once. Devote 2 minutes or more to each practice period, thinking about the idea and the related comments after reading them over. Do this as often as possible during the day. If any one of the 5 ideas appeals to you more than the others, concentrate on that one. At the end of the day, however, be sure to review all of them once more. It is not necessary to cover the comments that follow each idea either literally or thoroughly in the practice periods. Try rather to emphasize the central point and think about it as part of your review of the idea to which it relates. After you have read the idea and the related comments, the exercises should be done with your eyes closed and when you are alone in a quiet place if possible. This is emphasized for practice periods at your stage of learning. It will be necessary, however, that you learn to require no special settings in which to apply what you have learned. You will need your learning most in situations that appear to be upsetting, rather than in those that already seem to be calm and quiet. The purpose of your learning is to enable you to bring the quiet with you and to heal distress and turmoil. This is not done by avoiding them and seeking a haven of isolation for yourself. You will yet learn that peace is part of you and requires only that you be there to embrace any situation in which you are. And finally, you will learn that there is no limit to where you are, so that your peace is everywhere as you are. You will note that for review purposes, some of the ideas are not given in quite their original form. Use them as they are given here. It is not necessary to return to the original statements, nor to apply the ideas as was suggested then. We are now emphasizing the relationships among the first 50 of the ideas we have covered, and the cohesiveness of the thought system to which they are leading you. This first review is not a repetition, it is a weaving. The course is no longer handing out isolated ideas like separate tools in a box. It is showing that they belong to one system of thought, one architecture, one mind. The emphasis shifts from memorizing statements to recognizing coherence. 5 ideas at a time is not random. It is training attention without overwhelming it, like strengthening a muscle through repetition, but also like tuning 5 strings on the same instrument until they harmonize. The order does not matter because truth is not sequential. Yet each must be practiced because the ego hides in preference. If one idea appeals more than the others, that reveals attachment or resistance. Notice it. Use it. But return to all of them by day's end, so the mind does not build a hierarchy of favorites. The instruction to close the eyes and sit quietly is scaffolding, training wheels. Silence helps at first because the noise of the world mirrors the noise of the mind. But the real curriculum is portability. Eventually, no quiet room will be required, because the quiet will not be in the room. It will be in awareness. You will need this most when you do not feel peaceful. That is the reversal. The ego wants practice when conditions are ideal. The course trains application when conditions are not. Not to escape disturbance, but to bring a different teacher into it. Avoidance strengthens fear because it silently declares that something outside has power over peace. Seeking isolation can become a spiritualized hiding place. True learning is integration, bring the quiet with you means peace is not environmental. It is not atmospheric. It is ontological. It belongs to what you are. To say peace is part of you is to say it is not achieved. It is uncovered. It requires only that you be present, not performing, not fixing, not controlling, just present. To embrace any situation does not mean to approve of behavior or deny pain. It means you do not fragment yourself in reaction. You do not split into resistance and defense. You remain whole in the midst of form. And then the most radical line. There is no limit to where you are. This is not geography, it is identity. If you believe you are a body in a location, peace appears location-dependent. If awareness is not confined, then presence is not confined. And if presence is not confined, peace is not confined. Your peace is everywhere as you are, because what you are is not contained in coordinates. The review also shifts the form of earlier ideas, not to change meaning, but to show flexibility. Truth survives paraphrase. Ego requires exact phrasing to defend itself. The course is demonstrating that these 50 lessons are not 50 opinions. They are one thought seen from 50 angles. Cohesiveness matters because the ego system is fragmented. One grievance here, one fear there, one identity over here. The course builds a unified lens. The review is less about remembering sentences and more about recognizing the architecture beneath them. Application in upset. Peace as inherent. No special settings required. Ideas interlocking into one system. The mind being trained to carry stillness into movement. This is not review as repetition, it is review as integration.